there, and thank you for joining us for Tuesday's tip. My name is Julie Johnson, and these tips are brought to you by Vine Images. Welcome to week number 29. Last week, we discussed the creative mode in your camera, and we discussed shutter priority. This week, we're going to discuss aperture priority and what that can do for your images. So, if you go to Creative Zone, if you're a Nikon user, you'll want to look for the letter A. If you're a Canon user, you'll want to look for the lettering AV, which means aperture priority. So you want to play with this mode with your pictures to create different depths of field. It's pretty amazing what you can do with these cameras. So now, usually, the more expensive the lens that you buy, the bigger the aperture opening that it gives you. So I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. This is a Canon 50 1.2. So it allows me to go to aperture 1.2. So if you look here, the size of the inside opening is huge. So this allows the most amount of light in the shortest amount of time. So you can go really high shutter speeds using this and capture really amazing stuff. Also, in low light conditions, it allows way more light to hit the sensor, so you can have higher shutter speeds in low light conditions, which is great for weddings, for shooting in overcast weather if it's dark, or inside without a flash. This is pretty amazing what it can do. So just to show you another lens, this isn't a pro lens. It's it's 3.5 to 4.5, so it's not a fixed aperture, but look at the size difference. So it's small, and that would be 3.5 aperture. So this one is not going to allow as much light in as the 1.2. So again, with Canon professional lenses, usually the minimum aperture setting for the pro lenses in the shorter lenses is 2.8, but you can get 1.2. You can always tell a Canon professional lens by the red stripe. So you always want to make sure, if you're a wedding photographer or you're a studio photographer and you're shooting without lighting, you want to make sure that you invest in the lenses with the smallest aperture possible. So by purchasing pro lenses, it'll help you a lot. It'll be such a world of difference. It can help you between 1 and 2 stops faster. So anyways, we're gonna right now take you and show you some images taken with low aperture settings. And I hope you enjoy this, and I'll see you back in a little bit. Okay, so this image was taken actually the day that I brought the 51.2 home. I had a wedding and I was so excited to try it out. So as you can see, to the right of the image, you can see paint chips on the wood there. And this is how shallow the depth of field is when it's 1.2. It is unbelievable what this lens can do. The next image you're going to look at is the bride, and this was taken at f1.2, and you can see by this image that just her eyelashes are sharp. Everything else is very soft. This was taken pretty much straight out of the camera. It is just unbelievable. I highly recommend playing with your aperture settings on your camera with your different lenses. This image was taken at f1.4, and you can see under her jawline just how, oh my goodness, just how amazing it is with the shallow depth of field. And just her eyes, a little bit of her nose, her lips, and her hair are the only pieces that are sharp in the entire image. Playing with your aperture is great for portraits, but it's also great for landscape as well. So this image was taken last week, and this was taken at f2.8. I had the camera pretty much laying on the ground in the leaves, and you can see by the shallow depth of field, the 2.8 is unbelievable. So this was taken with the 24 to 70 lens. by Canon. This was taken at f2.8, again with the 24 to 70 millimeter, and you can see the bokeh in the sky above this tree, and you can create that with the low aperture settings. A lot of people want to create that effect, and that's how you do it, is with these pro lenses. The next image here was taken at f5, so you can see how the depth of field is not as shallow. So you have more of the image in focus, but if you look at the background, it's completely bokeh, which is a really neat effect. You can get all the details of the branches, but the background completely out of focus. So if you have different lenses with different aperture settings, I highly recommend that you attach them to your camera and use your aperture priority setting in your creative zone. So this image was taken at f2.8. We focused just on the bird feeder, and you can see by the background how amazing the image can be by having the lower aperture settings. This one I thought was pretty neat. This was taken at f2.8 as well, and you can see by the berries in the front with the leaves how out of focus that is, and then in the middle it goes to be more sharp, and then in the background you can see that the image is completely blurred. So anyways, I am so excited for you guys to try out this setting. Have fun, and we'll see you soon. So on behalf of Vine Images, thanks for joining us for Tuesday's tip, and we will see you next week. Have a great night. Bye-bye.